Lock in. Let me get a phone sound check real quick.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G. Red beam on it, you think I'm recording. Kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in enlightenment. You niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake. Clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot 4 minutes straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming. I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put. My aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long. A block away, I could take off the foot. Don't ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand. Think I run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, that's all. Say something real quick, Kodash.
What's going on?
All right. All right, we in there. All right, let's get the most high hand, man. All right, back again. Tuesday night brotherhood class, man. The Waterfall in the chat. What we got? Matham Yad, Banyashakar. Water for tuning in. A lot. Livia, Arnold. We're gonna get it started. But bringing in my brother, you know what I'm saying? Officer 50, Kodash, you know what I'm saying? New ranking Officer 50. That brother here. gonna rock it out real quick. All right. So today's topic, we're gonna get in on what depending on your government gets you. You know what I'm saying? Um, the state of our people, where we're at right now, and their dependency for this government, the dependency for our oppressors' mindset and for their approval, for us in our ways of living, for us in our culture. You know what I mean? What is it going to get us? It's going to get us destruction. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it short and sweet. We ain't gonna be here for a long time. So like it for the tardiness. You know what I mean? But just to keep it short and sweet, it's gonna get us destruction. You know what I mean? It's about time for our people to wake up. It's about time for our people to realize, analyze, and realize who the true enemy is. You know what I mean? There's so much dependency in the person who's trying to kill you. I mean, you would never go into a wilderness and sit in front of a lion and depend on that lion to bring you food. You know what I'm saying? You're going to expect that lion to want to take you out. You're going to expect that lion to hunt you and to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at the people who've done the same to us. You know what I mean? You have to look at the situation of our history in this nation, in this under this rule, under this government. Because it's not just here. You know what I mean? It's worldwide. You know what I mean? This ways of being, this ways of keeping blacks and Hispanics underneath their foot. You know what I mean? This is not just here in America, it's worldwide. But we're gonna get on the government, you know what I mean? Because a lot of our people, we feel so comfortable and we feel so safe with the leadership that's at rule right now. And we have to understand that this leadership and this leadership is trying to kill us. And they don't want better for us. They want to destroy us. What have they done since this history of us being here? You know what I'm saying? You think that things have changed only because time has passed? Nah, it's still the same enemy. You know what I mean? But it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to, you know what I mean, analyze ourselves and really know exactly what's going on.
Right.
But else, you got something?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on what you're saying because a lot of times our people tend to get comfortable. They tend to think that because the government is giving away these funds and these stimulus checks and all these different ranges of I guess benefits, they get distracted. They get distracted of the fact of the enemy is right there in plain view. It's just like you were saying, a lion is in the jungle and it's showing its teeth, it's growling, it's ready to hunt and prey you, but yet you think because you know what's the word I'm looking for? Yet you think they show these certain different benefits and distract you with them, that they're not out to destroy you. Our people, for how can I say it? Paraphrasing, our people have the lack of knowledge, and the knowledge is that we have to stand firm and we have to understand who this enemy is.
Right.
So yeah.
We'll talk. Good words, my brother. All right. So let me see. I'm trying to upload a video right now. See if it works.
Right.
All right. So I want to get into the information that was given about this whole draft situation that's going on. It seems like there's been a lot of concern with just like going on social media, going on different people's pages and different people's views of what's actually happening with the whole draft situation, and people are going to be concerned. That concern just comes from, yeah, I mean, you starting to believe who the actual enemy is. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. Because the draft has always been existent. You know what I mean? Whenever um, a big war is coming, you know what I mean, they make a draft, especially if it's a necessary draft. When America feels as if they, you know what I mean, out of the choice of the people, they gonna need bodies. You know what I'm saying? Now, this whole situation, it's this is an annual thing. It's not nothing that's not new. It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? There's always been a draft. This is just more of a digital type of way of putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? But that bill has always been getting passed. But the reason why it's alarming at this moment is because people are noticing the discomfort it is being in this place. You know what I mean? They're noticing that rumors of war are stemming right at our borderlines. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that precept actually in Matthews.
Sir. It's coming from the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. So this Christ speaking about the things that are going to come to pass. You know what I mean? During the time period of the how they say the end of days. The day of the Lord is at hand. You know what I mean? These rumors of wars are not we've always been in war being in this country. The reason why people are so alarmed right now is because you know that you know what I mean the Lord has struck a chill to this place. You know what I'm saying? With the whole coronavirus, with the whole the how can I say it's unstable right now. It's completely unstable right now, and the Lord is striking that match right now. You know what I mean? No one cared about the war that happened in the 90s with George Bush. No one cared, no one gave a damn. You know why? Is because we felt secure. We felt like America was untouchable. We felt like this place was governed so well and could never be harmed, it could never be touched. It's a new fear stricken in the people who have that American spirit in them. You know what I'm saying? And it's that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Lord wants it. That's exactly how the Lord wants it. He wants you to be afraid. Because you weren't afraid in the 90s when the what was it 1999 or 2000 when the Twin Towers got struck?
Maybe, if I may, I believe that was 2001, sir.
2001? Okay. Yeah, we wasn't afraid at that time period. Nobody was afraid because we felt as if, all right, America got hit and they're going to retaliate and they're going to do what America does. Why is all of a sudden, you know what I mean, with this new World War III coming up, that people all of a sudden are feeling a little chill down their spine? I mean, people hear about the draft and all of a sudden it sparks interest into people's minds. It's because the Lord is weakening this place as the days continue. The Lord is weakening this place. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to see a weakness within them. You don't trust them just as much anymore. You feel like that any moment there's something that can happen that can ruin this whole situation. What happened in 2000 when coronavirus struck? You know what I'm saying? Couldn't get no food, couldn't get no toilet tissue. You know what I mean? It sparked a new fear for that American spirit. So yeah, 2001, the water says. You know what I'm saying? It's a new fear that these people feel. They know something's coming, and it is. You know what I mean? We've been talking about it since, you know what I mean, 1969. You know what I'm saying? There's something going to happen here. And you having faith in this government, you're already showing how much you trust this government by what you post when you hear about a draft, by what you do when you hear about a new coronavirus dropping or a monkeypox or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You're concerned, you're afraid. And you should be afraid because you should understand that fear is going to make you understand that your government is not going to be the one that helps you when ish hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? You should know that for sure. You should sleep uncomfortably. You should not have an appetite. You should be stressed out because you know at any moment that ish could hit the fan and this place could just be done with. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You should have that fear on your spirit because that's the fear of not knowing. Not saying that you should be afraid, because the Lord doesn't want to be afraid. But if you have trust in your government, you're not following the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You're being against God by trusting in this government, by sitting over here, going out of your way to go vote, by going out of your way to acknowledge politicians and, you know what I mean, people who you think that are here to help you. You know what I'm saying? You're against God. God is not putting these people in position. They got in position through being brutal killers, being so like I can't even say that, unalivers, by being brutal, by being abusers, by being manipulators. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got into their seat. They didn't get there by being righteous people. They didn't get there by being godly. They got there by abuse and unaliving and manipulation. And they continue to manipulate us. They continue to manipulate us every 4 years. You know what I mean? And our people will be the first ones to jump up and try to, you know what I mean, get up and support this American spirit. We the first ones to try to jump up and do it. But guess what? You know what I mean? It's a little bit more chilling when you know that it's about to happen. When you know what's about to happen in your front door. It gets a little bit more chilling. You know what I mean? The draft has always been existing. You just didn't care because you had so much faith in your government. Kudash, you got something?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna add to that. You know, the first thing about this draft that I was looking into when I was reading, it was like they passed this law for from 18 to 26 for young men and young women to be drafted. But the thing about it is, they're not going to Beverly Hills. They're not going to the richer areas. They're going to come right to the
Right,
ghettos. They're going to
right,
come right to where our people are, the minorities. And what's going to happen is they're going to give out these wild, different contracts on how they're going to state lies. They're going to say how your family is going to be taken care of. They're going to say how you can get, full benefits and housing. But the thing about it is, these are young men, these are young, so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native men that are not aware of the lies that this government has plotted. They've been plotting since the beginning of time. And they're still plotting in this time. And the thing
right,
about it is, they're going to put our men and women not in a safe place. They're going to put them right on the front line. They're
right.
not. They're not going to give them the equipment to protect yourself. All they looking at them is just another way to you know depopulate, but at the same time take care of whatever uh, 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 position they need them to do. And they could care less if you get sent home in pieces, a body bag, or you get sent home in a state of mental illness. Because when you come back to the states, you're still going to be who you are. You're still going to be a black man. You're still going to be a Hispanic man, and you're
Right,
still going to be a Native American man that has no rights. That
right.
has You're in captivity. You're never going to be able to how what's the word I'm looking for? It's like
Flourish?
so. Go ahead, sir.
You mean flourish?
Yeah, you're never going to flourish. You're never going to meet the requirements of being in a position of power because you are always going to be in captivity. You're never going to rise above that because they're not set for you to prosper. You're not in a system that's set for you to build and live and be fortunate. That system was created around you for you to fail, for you to be unalive, for you to be uh, uh, taken from out of your homes and put into shelters. And our people that's there on the border that's being brutalized. I can say brutalized, right?
God, you said brutalized.
Okay, that's being brutalized and that's being assaulted in different manners, and children being separated from parents. This system was there to break them, to
Right.
unalive them. So It don't matter if you go to fight for their army. It doesn't matter if you sign up for their law enforcement. You will always be considered someone that is dispendable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
what I have to say about that.
That brother hand right there, man. Because that's a true fact. Like, why wouldn't they put us on the front line? It's not like they've never done it before. Put us in the front line to take the hits first while we weaken up their enemies. I can't say our enemies, their enemies, and then they go in for the attack after our death and brutality. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been on the front line before. You know what I'm saying? When we were sitting over there trying to fight for our freedom just to not be slaves anymore. And what happened with that? Did things change for us? Okay. No longer are the chains on our necks anymore. It's on our spirits. You know what I'm saying? No longer is the abuse happening from the whips on our back, but it's happening off of the poverty of our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the same slavery where our people are not doing well out here. And when we had a chance to do well, they dropped a bomb on us.
Yeah.
They reassured, they went out of their way and you even used their own government to go against us to reassure that our how can I say, what's the word I'm looking for? Our uplifting would never happens for us. You know what I'm saying? They went out of their way to make sure that we would not flourish as a people. You know what I mean? And yes, they're going to come directly for our people. Sadly to say. And I mean, it's out there for a reason. You know what I mean? It's prophesied for a reason. There's going to be a huge war going to happen. And sadly, our people are going to have to be the first ones to suffer through it because we choose to sit here and trust into a government that has been nothing but brutal to us, nothing but abusive. You have something, Kodash?
Yeah, and if I could, sir, um, it's just like it's like this. We have had many of different leadership through this government. And the government has used some of our people to manipulate the mass majority of people. You've had your Malcolm X, you have had your Jesse Jacksons, you have had your Martin Luther Kings, you have had your Rosa Parks, you have had many different black icons that was set before the people to get them to vote, to get them to do civil rights and all matters of things. But look back on these times. Really, our people should look back on these times and be really aware of what change really happened. You know what I'm saying? We got a Juneteenth, but guess what? This Juneteenth is celebrated by everybody. It's the Juneteenth set for, hey, this day, on this day, no black people will work, no Hispanic people will work, no Native Indians will work. Only these other nations will work. No, it's just another distraction that they use to get us softened up, to get us distracted, because in the bigger picture, they're going to do something like this, start
Right.
drafting, and they're going to
Mm-hmm.
distract us. But if I could, sir, I got a precept that I want to bring out real quick, if I
Go ahead.
could. And this is coming from the book of First Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Here, I
It
got you.
said, for, it's like you, sir.
I got you.
Uh, it says,
4 and 17.
go ahead, sir. I didn't hear you.
You said 4 and 17.
Yeah, for First Peter 4 and 17.
All right, I got you right now. The book of First Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And
Okay,
if
so
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
you good?
So basically, the time that is coming now, it's starting at the house of God, you know, and this is the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native people. The judgment is coming now. And see, the Lord is making it aware right now for you to come back to your power, come back to your God, come back to these laws and statutes and commandments, because pestilence is hitting the earth. Judgment is coming from the government. They starting to draft you. Your markets, your crops are starting to get devoured. You know, this is judgment. This is the way the Lord is going to judge. And soon enough, these nuclear missiles and bombs are going to start hitting this coast, hitting this land. And the judgment starts with us.
Right.
Continue, go ahead, sir.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
So if it first start with us, with his own chosen people, what shall the end be? What shall the end be for this nation? What shall the end be for this government? This government is gonna fall. And if you are going along with them and you are a part of the cause that they have, then you gonna fall too. You're
Right.
gonna die right along with those who are not keeping these laws and statutes and commandments. You're gonna be unalive. You're going to starve. You're going to lose your wages. You're going to be separated from your families. You're going to find out what the government really has planned out for you. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of what this is. This is not a game. This is not the time for you to be distracted. This is not the time for you to be stuck in social media. This is not the time for you to be out here just running wild. This is the time for you to pay attention to the signs in this earth. Pay attention to the prophecies that the prophets and the man that was before us, that they giving us this knowledge right now.
Right. Right. Real heavy. Real heavy. Let me get Revelation 6 and 12. That brother's cooking up is real heavy, man, because it goes into exactly what we're talking about. The judgment is going to hit us first. You know what I mean? It's our people that has to suffer first, sadly. You know what I mean? It's gonna the effects of what this war is going to cause is going to be in our neighborhoods first. I mean, the famine, the lack of resources. You know what I mean? It's going to hit our people first. But sometimes it's necessary for things like that to happen because who are you when you lose your government, you're going to understand that the whole lifestyle you've been living has just been an illusion. You know what I mean? You've been feeling this secure in this place, feeling like the government is always going to have your back and have a job waiting for you, have some food stamps waiting for you. You know what I mean? Have some child support waiting for you. It's going all these different systems are going to be waiting for you to be able to thrive through. You're going to have an understanding that the government is not really with our people, and they'll will be the first who they take from if it comes to their people starving. Will be the first who they loot, rob, and steal and unalive when it comes to their nation starving. You know what I mean? We really feel like it's all about classism right now, which you know what I mean. Majority of the time it is because majority of their people is on top right now, but you know what I mean. You're you're it can be the most wealthiest, most powerful out of all of us, and the lowest, most raggedy, most poorest one of them. And they're going to choose that poor one because they actually love their people. You know what I'm saying? They love them enough to give them assistance and keep them on top. But if they had to choose whether if it's between us or them, you just got way too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? To even think that they would choose any of us over them. You know what I mean? This government is going to come for our people first. You see that the brother brought it out in the scriptures. You got that precept waiting for me?
uh Salakia, I don't want. You said Revelation 6 and 11,
12.
Revelation 6 and 12.
Yeah, 6 and 12.
All right, Salakia, sir. This
No,
is
you 12. Let me get that real quick.
this is coming from the book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood.
Read one more after that. Let me see.
Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth,
There we go. Keep
even
going.
as a fig,
You good? Keep going.
even Salaki, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Okay, that's good right there. While I know we got a lag going on, but give me Joel 2:31 just so that scripture is prepped. But I'm gonna get into what we're listening to in Revelations. You know what I mean? That earthquake, those are bombs hitting. You know what I'm saying? Those that moon turned into blood. You know what I'm saying? That's smoke and vapor in the air. You know what I'm saying? We about to get in the preset where it's talking about you won't even be able to see the moon and stars because all the smoke and vapor in the air. You know what I mean? Joel's in the Old Testament too. This war has been spoken about since the old prophets of old. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's all been prophesied. It's all spoken throughout the Bible, all the way down to Revelations. And we're living in the time of Revelations because we're explaining what's going to happen in this war that's coming. You know what I mean? And you should be afraid. You should be afraid like you were when you heard about the draft, when you thought the draft wasn't important before they even spoke about the draft. The draft has always been there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that security that you felt from this government is not there anymore, or it's diminishing. So now you're starting to get a chill, and you should get a chill because this is what's going to happen during that time period of this war. You got that for me, Joel?
You said Joel 3 and
2:31.
2 and 31. Salakia, sir.
No,
Okay,
no, you come on.
this is coming from the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 31. And the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come.
Read one more after that.
Verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the
So
Lord have said. And
So
in
you got to see that he's talking about Mount Zion and Jerusalem. He's talking about God's chosen people, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones who are going to be able to get deliverance if they turn from their wicked ways, if they turn from their dependency of this government. They won't have to experience that day of trouble, that day of warfare, that day of smoke and vapor and blood. You know what I'm saying? They won't have to experience that day. You know what I'm saying? This is why our people need to get out that spirit of America, get out of that spirit of our oppressors. Because if you are in this place suffering, you have and yet gone through all the obstacles just to be able to thrive through this. Why would you have faith in the people who made your obstacles so difficult? You know what I mean? When theirs are so easy. You know what I'm saying? You have trust in the wrong person. I mean, we got our people over here taking pictures with politicians. It's politician season. So we got our people over here selling out, just showing exactly how destroyed we are, taking pictures with politicians, making it seem as if glorifying them as if there's something beneficial going to come from us being in their presence at this moment. How often have they sat over here and, you know what I mean, did they little two steps and do their little commercials or whatever, never scratched our back while they've been on their terms. You know what I'm saying? Never reached out to black people. Oh, we got this and that. We're going to give you this and that. And the sad part about it is our people don't even care. Our people really feel like classism is just the most important thing. Our people look down on our own people if they don't have a nice car or a nice neighborhood or live in a nice neighborhood or have nice things. You know what I mean? They'll feel like they're one of them. They'll feel like, oh, I beat the system. No, you're just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You just added yourself to be dancing a part of it. And as much as you make it seem as life is just happening easy just for you, it just shows how selfish and disgusting you are. You know what I mean? Because you don't even care about your people. You could give a damn about your people. As long as you get it, you ain't worried about nobody else. You're not worried about nothing. Nobody. You know what I mean? You're just gonna go ahead and go about your day, enjoying the little bit that you do have. Because it's not much. You're always going to be underneath them. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to be over. You're always going to be put in a position of control where you can have it right now, but I can still take it from you later if I need it. You know what I mean? You'll always be in that gamble. You can never feel secure. You can never sit there and look down on your people who don't have it and make it seem as if you're better, because at the end of the day, you still a nigga just like them. At the end of the day, for the people who have control of the little bit that you have, the ones who have the power to be able to give and to receive it, to take it from you, they always gonna look at you the same way, regardless of, you know what I mean, where your class is, what class you're in, what neighborhood you live in, how much you make an hour. You know what I mean? Like, for our people, it's just, we feel like the end all be all is just financial gain, and it's destroying us over and over and over again. There's going to be a time period where your money, your bank accounts, all that is not going to help you. You know what I'm saying? When that day of the Lord happens, those things are not going to help you. You can't pay your way out of this. You can't pay your way into safety, into protection. They're not going to care how much you made at your job. They're not going to see you useful. They're going to worry about them and them alone. Matter of fact,
If I could,
yeah,
I don't.
go ahead. I'm
I,
foolish.
I was gonna say, a lot of times our people, they get so caught up in these celebrity icons as well. You know, a lot of these politicians and your government officials, they use a lot of these rappers and these actors, and they promote this black awareness and Black Lives Matter and all these different slogans that they come up to get your attention. And the thing is, the promises that they make during that time is never, they're broken promise. You got to remember who you dealing with. You got to remember that you're dealing with what the scriptures say, and I'm paraphrasing. You're dealing with a crafty council. This
Right.
council is against you. You know, they want to unalive you, but the thing is, they do it. You know, the enemy is a sly, slick, slithering snake, man, and he gets you bit by bit. You know, he might not get you all at once. He needs you to, fall into his trap. So a lot of the times they promise you all these different wages, but you got to understand that the American dollar is falling. It's pretty much worth nothing. You know, a lot of these countries are drawing out. They're drawing out their money. They're drawing out, the American way of the economy. And because why? They know that this country is bound to fall. But I wanted to bring out a precept real quick,
Con,
and it's from Romans chapter 15 and verse 4, if you could.
I got it. You want it right now?
Yes, sir.
All right. The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. Whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right
That,
there. So, right there, sir. So, whatever was written for aforetime was written for our learning. These things that's being prophesied right now in this time was already written. It was already said to prepare yourself, to prepare for these judgments, to prepare for this place to fall. The Lord said that Babylon the Great will fall. You know why? For the sins, for the persecution, for the captivity of his chosen people. This land was built on blood. This
all right.
land was built on us being unalived. This land was built on us being broken and battered and put on reservations. Us being killed in the street, unalived, Salakia, unalived in the streets by police. It's our children that is being miseducated. It's our children that's being forced in this XYZ alternative lifestyle. And for these things, you have to pay for the crimes that's being done. So this right here was written in the scriptures for a foretime. It was written for us to take this and understand it and apply it. It's not just here for you to just look over. So understand, we have to return back to our God. We have to return back to our culture, and that's the only way you're gonna be delivered. It's not gonna be through a reparation. It's not gonna be through the government. It's not gonna be through them government student loans and PP loans and all these different things that they have to offer. And it's not gonna be you being drafted in some damn military. Okay, there's nothing gonna deliver you from this, but you turning back to your God, your power. And that's all I
Uh,
have to say about that.
let me get Isaiah 4:1, and that'll be my last precept.
All right, this comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Now, a lot of fake Israelite women have an issue with this precept because it's speaking about 7 women clinging on to one man. You know what I mean? And for their insecurities, they feel as if that precept is just not valid at all, and it's only valid to a man's stature of his financial gain. This is the thing. The reason why those 7 women are clinging on to one man is because financial gain in that time period that they're speaking of is not going to matter. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for protection. They're looking for a righteous person, because right now, if I don't know if you noticed, Kodash, the beta male is a new thing now. The man that's just going to be the financial giver, while, you know what I mean, the wicked woman has absolutely nothing to bring to the household except for her looks. Like that's the new thing now. You know what I'm saying? The beta males. But the thing
Yeah.
about it is, you choosing these beta males, you choosing this stature of a man. He's not going to be able to protect you when you actually see and recognize what real warfare is. The problem is that your faith in the government is just so high that you don't even expect the protection from your man anymore. You just expect it from your real daddy, which is the government. You know what I'm saying? You expect that you call 911 for anything, he's always going to show up. He's always going to be there. He's always going to be there to protect you. That 911 button is right in my purse or right on my hip. I just go ahead and dial this number and I'll be protected. You haven't get to see what true warfare looks like. They call women the spoils of war for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They call them that for a reason, because they're not going to ask you or try to impress you for you to be with them. They're going to be in the mindset of an animalistic type of mindset where, oh, there they go get them. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that type of mindset too, because this whole new era of women that is being created is just insane. You know what I mean? It's all about financial gain. It's not about anything. It's not about morals. It's not about like virtue. It's not about none of that stuff. It's not about righteousness anymore. It's just about, can you pay my bills, and that's it. Regardless, and can you give me all your money and shut up, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, those are not going to be the men that are going to be able to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Those are going to be the men who flee when warfare comes to this place. And then not just them fleeing, but your government's going to flee away from you too. You think that you're so safe in this place. You think that you're so secure. It's not happening. It's not happening. Your protection will be only what's going on in your household. That's the only protection you'll have. Now, do you have a man that's capable of protecting you is going to be the question. Or do you have a man at all? Because the new trend is just, you know what I mean, being outside, hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a man. It's what they think. You know what I'm saying? But that mindset is just going to be the destruction of a wicked characteristic that flows within you. You know what I'm saying? A wicked spirit that flows within you. You submitting yourself to Satan. You're being deceived. You know what I'm saying? And then you have faith in the devil. You know what I'm saying? Which makes you even more clueless on really what's truly going on in this world. You know what I mean? Strip clubs ain't going to exist. I mean, Louis Vuitton ain't going to exist. Your Louis Vuitton purse is not going to stop that man from abusing you. You know what I'm saying? That soldier who's coming from across plenty of countries, across the ocean, just for violence, just for, you know what I'm saying, warfare. You're not going to be able to fight that man off with them new what do you call them red bottoms. That's not going to help you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, it takes warfare for our people to wake up. It takes struggling and suffering for us to wake up. Then that's just what's going to have to happen. Because in that time period, you're going to see that ISUPK really truly loves their people. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to see that at that time period. We'll be the only helping hands. Your Christian church ain't going to be there. Your synagogues ain't going to be there. The Catholic church ain't going to be there. They're not going to give a damn about you. They'll be worried about society. They're not going to be worried about you and the rest of you niggas on this corner. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. They will abandon you. You know what I mean? That man of perdition has to be revealed. The Lord is going to reveal all these places that you felt were going to be protection for you. He's going to reveal them, and he's going to show their true character. That's all I got, Kodash. You got anything before we close out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, man, like you were saying, in these times that we living in, your eyelashes, your lace front wigs, your Dolce and Gabbana, your party nights, chasing that bag, looking for a man as an opportunity rather than building a family and being righteous and living, according to the scriptures, all that is gonna be out the door. When there ain't no food on the shelves and you dial 911 and you get a busy signal, those men of the Lord are only gonna be the ones left here in the ISUPK, man, under Commander General Yohana. Those are the only men that you're gonna be able to cling on to. So with that being said, man, that's all I gotta say.
All right. First time here. You want to close this out or you want me to do it?
Go ahead, sir.
All right, y'all. Tuesday night brotherhood class. You know what I mean? The water for y'all tuning into the chat. The water for Kodash, you know what I'm saying? Coming in here, giving us some heavy. First time in it. You know what I'm saying? That brother speaking like he's been here before, which he has. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Brands from the alphabet community. Yep, they do come from the alphabet community. And the alphabet community ain't gonna help y'all either. They gonna treat y'all like niggas too. But all right. Shalom to y'all. The water for tuning in. Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak the thumb to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. We about here.
Hello.